Hi guys, welcome back. Last week I got a parcel from Leon, and it was a bit of a surprise parcel. I knew it was going to be coming, but I didn't know when. And secondly, it was a surprise because there was a lock in it that I was not expecting. I was kind of expecting this lock here, which is a KIK cylinder, and I'll talk about that more in a second. But I was not expecting this, which is a challenge lock pinned by Leon. And this is actually not a challenge lock for me, this is for Pickbeard. And Leon kindly sent it to me first to have a go at picking it. And then I'm going to send it to Pickbeard after this. It's called the Cursed One. And we've got Mummified Key, and I have to say this was a very tricky pick. I did manage it, but it took a little while. So I'm not entirely sure if I will be making a video on this, also because I'm not sure if Pickbeard has a channel. I think he may do, and he may make a video on it if he does have a channel. But Leon, if I don't make a video on that, then please do not think I'm ungrateful at all. I'm very grateful that you sent that to me, and I'm very happy to have had a chance to pick it. I really did enjoy picking it. But today we've got this, and this is a little KIK cylinder, and it's actually pinned up as a challenge lock. It's pinned by PickME1977, who is an American lock sporter. He does have a YouTube channel, which I recommend you check out. And this is what he's called, the Berserker. And we have some nice bitting there with a high cut at the back, guarded by two low ones before it. And of course the lock works quite nicely. Now, what exactly is a KIK cylinder? Well, in America I think they use more knobs on their front doors, whereas in the UK we tend to use handles. And I don't know if that is a safety regulation or what that is all about. But in America, what a sort of standard setup for a lock in America is a knob with a lock in it and a deadbolt, and they have their own brands like Slage and Quickset, and I don't really know them all, and I couldn't even tell you. I believe this may be a Slage. I really don't know, and I would like you American viewers to help me out. If I do make any mistakes and say something that's a load of rubbish, and please do correct me. And there's a key too, quite a standard shape of key I think for this kind of lock. And so this is the tiny little cylinder that would go inside a handle and would lock it. And I assume there would be some sort of a short tailpiece coming out the back here. I believe I've seen that before, but obviously we don't need that for a challenge lock. And I think these are very common in the US, and I believe I don't think they use them over here in the UK, but I really wish they did, because such nice little locks, and so light, and it would be cheaper to post than posting Euro cylinders. So definitely very good for challenge locks. So we're gonna pin this, clamp this up rather, the European way, because I can't clamp this up any other way. Not very well anyway. So I'm going to try picking this using the deforced diamond, which I've become very fond of. So, right away, pin 5, binding, pin 1, and I wonder, have I overset something already? Hardly be surprising if I had, because of those pins at the middle. Very crisp feedback here. As I set the pins, there's a lot of crunching going on, and I haven't got a false set so far. I do like false sets. I'm going to reset that, because I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we did get a little turn on the core there. I'm not sure if you were able to see that. Zoom in a bit further. And pin 1. I don't know if these 2 pins in the middle need picked at all. Tighten this vise a bit. Oh, and we have some false set there. And we're open on pin 5. So yeah, as I said, I like false sets. I like spools. And so again, there's the bitting. And now we have quite an interesting bit, because we get to gut this, and gutting locks is always very interesting. Let me just adjust the lighting a little bit. And we're now going to gut the lock. So I'm going to lock it up to do that. And on the back what we have is this threaded cap. It's a screw cap. And to prevent it from unscrewing accidentally, there is a pin. Get some focus going here, please. There's a pin there, and that pin is actually spring loaded. So to unscrew this, you'll need to depress that pin. I'm going to use this screwdriver here. It's a bit easier. Come on. Just to push it down, and a lot easier than it actually is. It looks a lot easier than it actually is. You have to watch that doesn't spring up and hit you in the face, as it has done with me. So take that little pin out, and there should be a little spring. I'm going to put that onto my pinning tray. Okay, so we locked it up. And I'm going to have to... Okay, so there's a black mark on the front of the lock. That's one thing that I would change if I were designing these locks. I would make some sort of a mark on the face of the lock, or of the body, to show which is the front and which is the back, because they're practically identical. So hopefully that threading won't get in our way when we pull this out. Hopefully we haven't got any nasty T-pins. Doesn't say anything about using shims. I don't have any shims. Okay, that worked alright. And there we go. I'm going to empty this out. So pin 1 was a serrated. Pin 2 had a single serration on it. Pin 3 is a bit of a mushroomy kind of pin. Let me just loosen this off. So yeah, pin 2 is a kind of 3 rather is a kind of mushroomy pin. Pin 4 had a single serration on it. Rather, pin 5, sorry. And pin 4 was a spool. Okay, so now we're going to look at the top, and I have to make sure I take these out at the right end. Pin 1 is a very interesting kind of mushroomy / serrated pin. A nice one, I like that. Oh, now that's a nice one. We have a T-pin, and it almost looks like it's factory made. That there, whoa, try to lose it. Interesting serrated one. And then we've got another one of those nice T-pins. And last of all, another interesting serrated / mushroomy kind of pin. And we've got our springs coming out here. Looks like we've used he's used different springs, so it's not often I get to do this, but spring 5 was a kind of copper looking spring. See if we can take the rest of these out. And spring 4 looked like it was the same, and that looks as if it's steel. Obviously not. The next one seems to have a bit missing off it. And the last one. Okay, so the last two were actually steel. There we go. In the Bible we have threading in 1, 2 and 5. Very nice. And I assume he had to take this cover off to do the threading. And all the chambers in the core were threaded. Well, overall a very nice challenge lock, a nice experience, as I've never dealt with KIK cylinders before. KIK being short for key and knob cylinders. And I want to thank Liam very much for sending this to me. If you have not already seen his channel, then I will leave a link in the description. And also to PickME1977's channel. And great work, PickMe, if you are watching this video. Oh yeah, and a bit fun, this screwdriver here. Now, if you're a fan of James May, and if you've watched his series, James May the Reassembler, he used a screwdriver like this in one of his videos. It has a wire stripper up here. That's just a made in Taiwan screwdriver. You can just about see it there. But he used a screwdriver like this in one of his videos, and if you can find out what video that was, and tell me in the comments or in an email or PM or whatever, so if you find out which episode he used a screwdriver, and tell me, I will give you one of my homebrew picks. And excuse me, I'm working on a couple of picks right now. These are obviously not finished, these are still rough, but that one is for a lock noob. And we also have a couple more right there. These are going to somebody else whose name I'm not going to mention because it's meant to be a surprise. Anyway, so yeah, if you can find out what episode James May used his screwdriver, I will give you one of my homebrew picks. I don't actually expect anybody to try it out, but if you do, then there is a prize. Okay, so just a little bit of fun there. But anyway, as I said, thank you very much to Liam for sending this lock to me, and thank you very much for watching this video, everybody else. And as always, I'll see you in my next video.